Hello, my friends, and welcome to The Bright Side. I'm your host, Bob Herzog, and third time is the charm, episode 3. This is the one where we really start to do this thing right. I mean, probably not, but we're sure going to try hard. For those who haven't been here before, thank you for stopping by our giddy little corner of the YouTubes and all. I like to think of what we do here as the proverbial spoonful of sugar, but with no medicine chaser, just the sweet stuff. There's already plenty of salty out there you can find at another time. Now, if you do like what you find here, I would absolutely love it if you'd take the time and subscribe to our channel. For those who have already done that and have helped us launch this thing over the last several weeks, thank you. Thank you so very, very much. We are now over 3,000 followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call it. Please keep on sharing our channel and sharing our videos. Spread that love around. Let's take a look on the bright side. So here I am, espousing the virtues of this place, the upbeat nature of its very existence, and yet now I will turn our attention to the very underbelly of society. Ashley Williams of wkrc-tv in Sacramento shares the story of a cat burglar.
His name is Jax, but in one Citrus Heights neighborhood, this furry feline goes by the name of Klepto Kitty. And we aren't kidding around.
He steals stuff, so that's our Jax.
Over the last 4 years, Jax has spent his mornings creeping into neighbors' homes and yards to get his paws on anything he can snag.
He's brought home everything from mop heads and toys. If your door is open or your window is open, or especially kitty doors, he's in and out before anybody knows it.
This pile after just 1 week of mischief.
This one will probably be the lady at the corner because she has a new baby.
And for one neighbor, it's her rags and garden gloves that often seem to go missing.
So Pam just usually launders whatever it is and puts it on the fence.
But for one 80-year-old neighbor, it's her intimate pieces of negligee that Jax takes a particular liking to.
She would hang her lingerie out that she would hand wash, and every morning I'd get bras and panties and little anklet socks that are like nylon, and he loved those.
Now, after years of clawing his way through homes, neighbors have learned to keep their gates closed and their doggy doors shut. But don't worry, unlike most thieves, Klepto Kitty returns the stolen items to their rightful owners.
I have to walk around the block and return all his things that he has stolen. He usually walks with me, too, when we go around the block.
Needless to say, this is by far the cutest kleptomaniac around town.
Jax literally goes on panty raids. That's not cool, man, or cat. You can't just go pawing nylon ankle socks and clawing panties. That's not okay. Also not okay for some folks, the word panties. I've been told on the list of cringy words that apparently panties ranks very high, and so I will stop saying the word panties. I will, however, use this cat's tail as a transition into some bright side shout outs. Last week, I asked you to send me some pictures and videos of your kitties trying to beat the summer heat, and once again, you came through. Now, this one requires careful scrutiny. There is a cat here under the basil. I don't know the cat's name, but he's under the basil, so let's call him Herb. Let's zoom in. Dara sent in this picture from Williamstown, Kentucky. She says beneath that basil is Herb's favorite place to nap during the hottest part of the day. Thank you, Dara, for sending in that picture. Now, you gotta love this one. Snowflake in full diva mode in front of that fan. In my mind's eye, I see her shaking her head around in slow motion like she's in some kind of feline Whitesnake video. Love that picture. Thank you, Stacy, for sending that one in. And then there's the picture of Diesel that Cody uploaded. And this is a total pro move. How do you almost guarantee your picture makes the final cut? Mention that Diesel likes to look out at the heat while hanging out in the AC and watching the bright side. Well played, Cody. Well played indeed. Now, normally I jump right in now with my bright side shout out request for next week. But I have a couple of other videos that I just have to share before we move on from the animal kingdom because they blow my mind. Have you seen this? Remy Howell submitted this bear video. Watch this, watch this. Good. Did you see that? Parkour, parkour. Seriously, how great is that? I half expect 2 bear friends, perhaps named Andy and Dwight, to follow him. They all jump eventually into a refrigerator box. And not to be outdone by some terrestrial creature, watch what happens in this video from Kimberly Glenn's.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Holy!
I'm going to go ahead and have them cut the audio right there, because at this point in the video, though there are beeps in place, what is beneath those beeps is well, frankly, pretty beeping clear. Look at that. That group caught just a bit off guard off the coast of Washington State. Were I there, I would not be requesting a bigger boat so much as fresh underpants. The word underpants, far less cringy than the word panties, which is weird given their similar function. Perhaps we can thank the captain for that. I don't know. Regardless, that was a lot of animal videos, and when combined with the dog videos from last week, I feel pretty good about the attention we've given creatures both great and small. So how about we mix it up with this week's request and find some cool kids doing cute stuff? So moms, dads, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas, guardians of all kinds, look down in the description of this video for the link and send me clips of your kiddos being awesome. And we'll get a few in the show next week. And always remember, sidesy video, better than upsy downsy. So to help motivate you to send me some incredible kid content, I've got the perfect story for you. Julia Dunn from WRGB in Albany, New York, tells us about a girl who is baking up kindness with a project called Mia's Cookie Jar.
Blow it and pat it and walk in the bee.
She is full of it, to say the least. She's just a fun little kid.
Mia loves to play and loves to bake. In her parents' kitchen in Stillwater, she's busy making her specialty.
Chocolate chip cookies.
She bakes them herself. I only operate the oven just because it's kind of dangerous for a 3-year-old.
But it's not for her parents or her baby brother. Mia is delivering these cookies to essential workers.
The doctors and nurses and police officers and firefighters.
Or as she calls them, superheroes.
Mia will bake the cookies. We always bake them fresh that day. We box them up, we hop in the car, and off we go, and she gets to meet her superheroes.
What started out as an activity to do during the pandemic has now become Mia's Cookie Jar. Fresh cookies delivered to hospitals, fire departments, supermarkets, and police stations. A recent stop was at Albany PD.
They had 2 of their police therapy dogs, a bunch of their officers. The chief was there to meet her, and then there's a horse, one of the police horses, and she had never seen a real-life horse before, so that was amazing for her.
All of Mia's work is posted on her own Facebook and Instagram pages. She calls her fans cookie followers.
Thank you for finding my cookies.
Mom Devin says it's a great way for Mia to have some fun and perfect her baking skills, but more importantly, learn valuable lessons in kindness and gratitude.
I hope that it inspires other people to just be kind and grateful.
Oh my gosh, what an awesome kid. And now to someone else awesome, just slightly older, like 112 years, give or take. She's the oldest living person in the United States. Hester Ford recently turned 115 years old, or maybe 116. Seriously, we're not sure. See, her family says census records show 2 different birthdays, but either one would still make her the oldest living American. Friends and family drove by her home in North Carolina for a socially distanced celebration, and it's no wonder so many people showed up. Hester has 12 children, wait for it, and more than 3,000 descendants. Hester says she doesn't really have a secret for longevity, but she does eat half a banana every morning. I sometimes eat 2 bananas a day, which means I'm probably going to live to well over 400. Actually, I'm pretty confident that math doesn't actually work that way, and I'm confident because I had a lot of really good teachers. So let's talk about teachers a minute here. The challenges are many, as some schools are already back in session, some in person, some sticking with remote learning. In those remote learning environments, teachers now have the situation where they haven't even met some of their students. So what's a molder of young minds supposed to do? Well, a teacher in Las Vegas borrowed an idea from America's pastime. Tara Schwartz made these cardboard versions of her incoming 5th graders, similar to the ones filling some baseball stadiums these days. She placed one at a desk, each desk in the class, so she could look at them in person, so to speak, rather than just through a computer screen. Schwartz says she contacted parents over the summer for help.
Hi, I'm your kid's teacher. Let me give you some homework to do. So I asked them for a picture of their kid against a white background in their school uniform so that they were, you know, it really felt like an actual school day.
Some of her pupils have already seen their cardboard doppelgangers and seem to like them just fine, and I absolutely love that. After all, trying to keep kids on task and excited is tough even in ideal circumstances. But great teachers always find a way. I find enthusiasm always helps. And 2 teachers in Georgia have all that and then some.
What's poppin'? Miss Evans on the beat, so tap in. You got options, but you better pass my class, no flopping. Gon' log in every day, every morning I'm watching. Yeah, we virtual and you know it's up, so we about to take it up a notch. Yeah, Miss Williams, been popping. 2020 new school, year dropping. No COVID-19, ain't worried about a thing when it come to me, ain't no stopping. I can teach a class with swag, this drip hard. Go ahead, take a picture on your iPhone. 2020 school, year virtual, and you know Miss Williams go viral. Yeah.
Go on, get it! Callie Evans and Audrey Williams are spittin' fire to welcome back their high school students. Their rap is a remake of Jack Harlow's What's Poppin'. Took about a week to make the video with some expert assistance from the high school's cheer team as backup dancers. Evans and Williams wrote the lyrics themselves. Now, this is actually the 3rd year the 2 teachers have created a welcome rap, but this year, the motivational message was all about getting the kids ready for the new school year, starting with virtual learning. True story. I once did this group project in school, and my group wrote and performed a rap about the parts of speech. I still remember pretty much all of it. I am not going to do it right now. We only have time for one more to inspire. Jim Morgan makes some pretty remarkable clocks, and he does it by faith, and he does it by feel, knowing he'll never see the finished project. Bob Kendrick from WSYX in Columbus has the story.
11 inches, including case.
His are the hands of time.
Feels all right.
With a much practiced feel for precision, perfection.
This clock right here is my 77th.
A master woodworker whose hands have seen a lot.
When I could see, I cut that thumb off, and so I've got a toe thumb replacement there.
But as you watch him and his hands craft a clock, what's truly remarkable is what he sees now.
This is what makes people nervous when they see me using the table saw. Guard down. My name's Jim Morgan, and I'm totally blind from an accident that happened 6 years ago. I was on a bicycle and I got hit by a car, and my optic nerves are dead between my eye and my brain. There's no connection, so I'm totally blind. After that, of course, there's a lot of depression and aspiration and wonder, and I just decided that I needed to get out and do something.
Okay, but something with saws and planers and routers without vision?
Let me put it this way. It's probably not as hard as it looks. I know where my hands are, I know where the blade is, and I just am a lot more careful, and I probably have less chance having an accident now than I did before.
Plus he has me in the house praying for his safety.
The clocks join Jim's Hebron home and its furniture, all of which he designed and built himself and has never seen.
I design them in my mind, and I figure out a method and a way to do them blind. You come up with an imagination that I think everyone has if they venture to use it.
7 and 1/16.
I tell people there's 2 things you can say about my clocks. One is there'll be one of a kind because I can't copy. And the second one is the person that built it will never see it.
What he can see now is new purpose. He started selling clocks at art shows, raising money needed to build more clocks to then auction for charity. He's teaching woodworking, here to 2 blind men who don't speak English. And he's in demand as a speaker.
My message is, you can do more than you think you can, and you can do much more than others think you can. Everybody has different abilities, and it's a question of just using the abilities and the imagination that everyone has.
No, he won't tell you because he's humble, but he is very inspiring. We have taken something that has been so detrimental to our life and turned it around to help others.
Here are a few of my clocks that I've finished up here. The first one here is a baseball clock that I built for the local Lakewood coach who is approaching 1,000 wins.
Through the cruelest of injuries, the hands of time have actually given the blind clockmaker
10 1/8 inches.
a new vision.
It's great to see him blossom because of the work that he's doing.
It has done things for me and it allowed me to meet other blind people and inspire the people who I am more like now. And that means a lot to me. It means more to me than anything, really.
Inspiration. What an incredibly important thing. I hope you're feeling inspired, or maybe you feel like inspiring someone else. And if so, I hope you get that chance. If you see something nasty online, share something else instead, something happy, something hopeful. If you liked what you saw here today, maybe this. Share, subscribe, do all that stuff. But mostly just remember to look on the bright side. Take care, everybody.